One of the worst events in Marvel Strike Force history is done, but the rewards were bugged. Come on, Scopely. We're also talking about Tower Mode. Yes, version 2 is almost finished. I got my thoughts on this complete event and version 5.10.2. Will it fix the bugs? We got an expected release date on it, and we've got all of your questions from the mailbag, and there's some good ones in there, guys. So if you're ready for all of that, find that like button, and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello. What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you're ready for all of the questions from the mailbag. We're also discussing this mirror image event, one of the worst events in Marvel Strike Force history. Bugs, more bugs with this event. Also, Tower Mode is done. We have the review of last week's blog post and all of your questions for the mailbag. So without further ado, let's go in and take a look at the rank rewards that were missing. The mirror image rank rewards were not delivered due to a technical issue. This is a complicated problem that will require more investigation. Really? Is it really that complicated to deliver rewards for an event that's been out for, 2 weeks now? Come on, Scopely. It is going to require more investigation. In the meantime, the milestones review time will be extended. We will ensure that players will have ample time to redeem their fragments for rewards. I think this is a good thing. Extending the store, extending the amount of mirror image shards that we get, or the imprints, the imprint shards that we can get for the store. I think that's a good thing. But what about my ranking rewards? I got 0 red stars on my Echo. Come on, Scopely. We will anticipate resolving this on Tuesday, and we'll keep you updated. Yes, because there's a holiday. There's President's Day going on in the U.S. today, which means that Scopely cannot be bothered to work on holidays. So yes, this is not going to be fixed today. It's probably going to be fixed tomorrow. So Scopely, fix your damn game before you go on the weekends or before you have a holiday coming up. My goodness, we knew this was ending on a certain date. This is trash that we don't have the rewards, but I do like that they extended the store. All right, next, server issues. A lot of these were fixed, but yeah, the fortunate opportunity and incorrect pricing goes 800 power cores instead of the 8. Now, I think this is a good value, 8 power cores for that trashy orb, but if it is going to get you all those milestones, get you the costume, get you all those things in those Jubilee ranking rewards, I think it's not a bad thing. But yeah, it's supposed to be 8 power cores, not 800, and I think it's supposed to be going for the entirety of this event. The Valentine's orb was intentionally removed, it is now back. And the RTA objectives, I did not get the rewards to players over 65. I don't know if I missed that or anything, but yes, those bugs look like they've been solved. And this is the big one, 5.10.2 or 5.10.2. I've been calling it 1.0, but some of you guys, it's been annoying. You wanted to call me 5.10, but anyway, it is coming. It is coming. We have another hot fix coming. Basically, what it's going to do is implement a number of memory footprint reductions. This is going to have a improved usage of memory, which I think where there's a lot of the crashing problems are coming. Reduce visuals mode that will, in event of certain soft locks, causing a combat to be complete without animations or visual effects. That's kind of like a debug mode, allowing you to complete the battle, but getting none of the cool stuff that's supposed to be included with the battle, like the animations, all that. And an anomaly detected. I like this. I like that they are giving more data, which means if we constantly keep crashing, we could send that screenshot to the devs, and hopefully they could do something with it. And as far as the date for when this is arriving, so this was 3 days ago, this was Friday. He said we are targeting next week, hopefully early next week. Well, we know that they're away for the holidays today, so it's not going to be today, but hopefully we'll get this tomorrow and everybody can log into the game and play and have their fun again. We're going to review the blog post from Friday in case you didn't watch the live stream. We do the live stream when the blog post was released, 4 o'clock Central every Friday. So before we get to that blog post review, I did want to discuss Tower Mode. As you can see, I got to level 75 here, which is slightly better than last time. But yeah, a lot of crazy enemies, and it was challenging. And there was times that I screwed up just one move, wasn't able to quit out and try it again like some of the raids. No, when you make a mistake, you're locked in for the entire day of the battle. So yeah, we got the 75. There's some good things, and I think it's a kind of a double-edged sword, where if you make a mistake in the battle, it's kind of It's kind of cool. It's frustrating, but it's also kind of cool that you gotta be really paying attention to every single move that you make in this tower mode, especially after floor 61. But I also think it's cool that you could retreat and not lose the floor that you're on and not have to lose the battle. So that's where I got. Let me know what you guys, where you guys got to as far as tower mode. Hopefully everybody gets some cool ranking rewards with this. There's some really good ranking rewards and can get more people into Dark Dimension 5. But I like this game mode. It's very challenging, but that's why I like it. And let me know your thoughts on the this version of Tower Mode as we go take a look at the review of the blog post. We're just gonna highlight this very quickly. There's an upcoming event called the Infestation Incoming Event. It should give us some cool rewards, some cool resources, character shards. Not sure who the character shards are gonna get are. Training orb fragments, ability orb, gold, gear orb fragments, all that stuff. Looking pretty good. And then coordinate with your alliance to battle in raids. A 2-day milestone is going gold orb fragments, teal basic catalyst parts, and other gear. Doesn't look like this is gonna be a very challenging event, but it looks to be very easy as well. So I like when they align like that. Mojo's Mayhem, looking like we're getting a new season on the 25th of February. So later this week, we should get more orange and teal gear pieces from 200 to 680 pieces. And we're also including no character shards with Bishop's Marauder costume. Omega Red, big news, coming back on the 28th of February. And Moondragon on the 1st of March should be on Doom 2.9. The word from Cerebro was that it may Proxima, who's currently on Doom 2.9, possibly going to the Blitz though. We don't have confirmation on any of that yet. Ironheart is the Blitz today, and Kate Bishop is the Blitz on Thursday. And that is it for the blog post. Let's go to the mailbag questions, guys. What is up, Valley? Hello from Brooklyn. Hello from Texas, my brother. Been trying to figure it out. Can't. How does Kestrel lose her charge? Sometimes she does it really quick, especially when trying to take out Doom, and I don't know why. Well, it's all about her turns. Let's go take a look at msf.gg, take a look at what it says exactly on her passive. So a couple things. When his character has when his character has charge, Mike, I don't know why I couldn't get that out. When his character has charge, enemies cannot summon or clone. So basically when she has charge, she's gonna block whatever summons, whatever clones. But how does she lose it? On turn, if charged, and an enemy has attempted to summon a clone, this match clear charge. So during her turn, if she has charge, she could block 10,000 summons, or she could block one. It depends on how long her turn takes. If you got a really slow and you keep removing turn meter, I guess you could continue to block these summons and clones from coming on the field, but it's all about her turn. So once she takes a turn, she's gonna lose charge, and then no clones or summons gonna be blocked. So it's not consistent for every match when exactly it happens, but it is consistent that when she takes a turn, she loses charge, and that's when she can no longer block those clones or summon. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, right in the passive, it says that. Sometimes it's a little weird how it's worded, but yeah, as soon as she takes a turn, no more charges. Hey, Valley, I know there's power creep in the game, and it's a natural part of these games, but in no world should Sharon Carter have a higher damage stat than the Hulk. I agree with you, brother. What the heck, Scopely? Why is Sharon Carter, the power broker, stronger than the gamma radiation super soldier version of the Hulk? Come on, Scopely. Yeah, I wish that the Marvel characters would match a little bit more thematically with these thoughts. I mean, that is kind of how these hero progression games work, right? The later character, the later the character is released, the better that character is going to be. The earlier that character is released, which is usually more popular characters in some kind of genre or related to the IP, those are the characters that are going to end up sucking. So Hulk, because he's popular, he got released very early, which is why he kind of sucks. Sharon Carter released later, which is why she's better than Hulk. It's kind of par for the course in these hero collector games, but it is annoying. It is annoying. Hulk should not be weaker than the power broker. You're right on that. You're right. Yeah. Scopely, do something about that. At least make Hulk normal size instead of having a mini Hulk in the game. Hey, Valley, really enjoy your content, your positivity, all you do for the MSF community. Thank you, brother. That was what we tried. That's what we attempt here on the Valley Club. All right, the question around resource management. I'm at 11 million TC player, started at launch, left about 3 months in. I came back at the start of the pandemic and have played daily ever since. I have several teams that I would like to build, haven't been able to. How do you decide whether to take daily use characters, raid, gamma, etc., to higher levels from 80 to 85, using these resources to bring up characters on teams? Like, improve your overall war your overall war team spread or improve blitz scores because your roster is broader. Really appreciate insight how you make these decisions. So for me, I prioritize certain game modes, and everybody prioritizes game modes based on their enjoyment. For me though, number one is arena because of the cores that you get. That's going to help you in every single game mode. So arena teams take priority for me. Normally, if I could beat every team in arena, then I can move on to the next stage, which is for me the raids. I think the raids are very important, especially the Doom raids right now because of the teal gear that you get to help you get into Dark Dimension 5. So raids is number two. Gamma raids is sort of subset of the raids that I think is a little less important than either Ultimus or Doom, whatever your alliance is on. And then it goes war offense, then it goes war defense. So if my arena team is set, I have a decent war defense that can kind of hold off some threats and have an offense team or teams that could beat whatever's on defense. Then I start to move on my focus towards raids. Once I could beat any lane that I need to do in Doom or back in the day in Ultimus, then once that is solved, then I move on. I don't try to over-invest in these characters if they're already solving a problem that I have. So once they solve the problem, I stop investing and move on to the next team. Once I have the raids or the Ultimus/Doom raids done, then I move into the Greek raids. Once that is done, I start moving on to some more offense team and then some more defense team. So that is how I prioritize. I would suggest you prioritize whatever game mode you have the most enjoyment in and base your upgrades on those priorities. So that's how I prioritize. You may be doing something different, but that's how I would base it, brother. All right. Hey, Valley, greetings from South Africa. Greetings from Texas, my brother. I agree with your answer to my question and I'd like to amend my proposed idea. I understand purchasing characters upon release, especially for content creators, is necessary. So let's try to separate that. All right. You agreed. You don't spend money on these trashy events. No, not unless the value is really there. And I did spend money in this trashy event because I thought the value was there. $2 for that orb. The orb was kind of bad. And we're talking about that Stark milestone orb, but just getting that first milestone I thought was worth the $2. So unless there's a great value, I don't spend money. And I saw the value there. Normally, I don't spend money, though, especially on trashy events, brother. So would you consider actively encouraging your audience not to spend on events? Sure. If they're trashy, don't spend. If they give you value, and everybody has different value of what they consider a good use of their money. For me, it's my money is equal to my time. So if spending a certain amount of money in Marvel Strike Force is going to save me a certain amount of time that is equitable to the money that I spend, then I'll spend it. If it does nothing and it's just like an orb that I may get something good or may not, then I'm like, no, I don't need to spend it. That's not worth it. So yeah, these aims to have events that are completable to free to play, I think it's gonna require Envoy CC with big followings to take stand for something to change. I think the Game Informer article, I think all the negative press that they're having, hopefully does prompt it to change. But yeah, I have no problem if it's a trashy crap event telling people not to spend. If it's a good thing, I think you possibly could spend if that's what you want to do. But if it's a bad one, don't spend. You're just encouraging the trashy, crappy offers from Scopely. For reference, I understand how they need to make money, and that there are some people that want to whale and crack into their heart's content. I let them fight over the rank leaderboards to let a free-to-play player max out the event by grinding. I agree. All right, so yes, if it's a trashy event with no value, don't spend. If it's a good value, then you may want to spend depending on how much you're enjoying this game. But yeah, if they don't fix the bugs, I don't really want to spend. I don't really want to spend. So, all right. Greetings, Valley, from LA, the home of the Super Bowl champs. Oh, yeah, baby. When are you going to do another top 10 worst characters in MSZ video? It's been a while since you did with all the reworks going on. Be curious to see if you had Iron Man as the worst. Keep on smashing. I can't think of who I would have as the worst off the top of my head, but he's definitely in the top 10. He's probably in the top 5, probably in the top 3 as far as worst characters as in the game. But when am I going to do another one? I guess when there's downtime in the game, there's some positivity in the game that those kind of videos will do well, and we can just have some fun. I like doing top 10 or top 5 videos with other content creators. I think those are fun to discuss our differing opinions. And usually there are different opinions. All right. There's a lot of controversy with a new Young Avengers team, and they have easy punch-ups, but they are still a newer defense team that is better some older teams. My question is, what is the best order for this team and best ISOs for them? Thanks, brother. Always love your content. So glad players rely on your feedback. God bless another. All right, brother. Well, this is where I have my Young Avengers. I'm not sure of the best order because I honestly haven't used these guys yet. I just got Echo recently unlocked. We still don't have the stars on her because we don't have the ranking rewards for the mirror image event. So once I get those stars, I'll probably end up using these guys, placing them on war defense. But as far as ISOs, this is what I have. And again, if you guys are using the Young Avengers more, let me know in the comments what is the best placement or what's the best ISO 8. But we have Stryker on Kate Bishop, on Echo, and on America Chavez. They have some good basics, and I want to try to get as many bonus attacks. Healer for Squirrel Girl. And for Miss Marvel to get that extra focus, we have that skirmisher on her. We don't have her built up for that level 5 yet, so that extra focus, not really doing anything yet, but eventually when it has that priority, once our arena teams are set and our raid teams are set, and we've got our war offense teams, then I'll start to upgrade this team. But as of now, this is where we have them, and that's ISO 8 we have it on, brother. So hopefully that is the best, but if not, let me know in the comments, Valley Club. All right, next question, Valley. I'm at a crossroads. I'm crowdsourcing answers and will appreciate some input from you. I've got a decision. I've got 2 paths open to me with Dark Dimension, the Doom Rays. The majority of the gear for Dark Dimension 3 and 4, another 20-day farm for the Health Catalyst, and enough gold that'll take me 50 days to gear up my roster to close out DD3 and full build my DD4 teams. Do I delay my DD4 progress 2.5 to 3.5-ish weeks to build a mutant raid team, spending only 1 million a day, tier uniques and mini uniques, or do I beeline Dark Dimension for the delay is semi-instant gratification of a mutant raid team, but DD4 reinforces my existing 3 Doom raid teams, grants me a sort of tech raid team for Doom 1, Kestrel, Ock, Lady Deathstrike, and Dr. Doom. Part of me is leaning towards beeline towards Dark Dimension 4. My alliance is neutral on this decision. What do y'all think? All right, so this is probably the most important one. The alliance is neutral on this decision because I was gonna say it's based on what your alliance is doing, based on what your lane is. On that right side of Doom, you have the mutant section first, so mutant team is more important. Both of the lanes, and I'm thinking of Doom 2. I don't remember Doom 1, but in Doom 2, you got tech section right in the middle, so you're gonna need that tech section. I think go for fun. I think the more solid choice is to build up your mutants. Make sure you have that Doom section filled up for when your alliance starts doing the Doom raids. But I think the more fun version is to try to unlock Dr. Doom. So get through Dark Dimension 3, and I'm gonna say my decision would be to go for Dr. Doom if I were you. But I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer on this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, Valley Club. Should Mr. Sea Lion go right to Dark Dimension 4, or should he build up his mutants for the Doom raids? I'm thinking Dark Dimension 4, but let me know in the comments. All right, hey Valley, I took an uncanny X-Men team with magic into war against a Kestrel Shield team. All right, when Phoenix died, Kestrel blocked Dark Phoenix. When it was Magic's turn, she spawned Dark Phoenix, but Kestrel blocked that too. I thought Magic was a counter to Kestrel. Am I reading Magic's passive wrong? I don't know if she's specifically a counter to Kestrel, but she's a counter to Phoenix dying early in some battles. Let's go back and take a look at the Kestrel passive here that we had a question on earlier. All right, on turn, if charged, and any enemy has attempted to summon a clone, this match clear charge. So it could be possible, and then when a character has charged, enemies cannot summon a clone. So it could be possible that Kestrel had not taken a turn, Phoenix died, she blocked the resurrection of Dark Phoenix, then Magic had a turn, Kestrel still hadn't lost her charge, and then she blocked the resurrection of Dark Phoenix as well. That is possible. It's hard to say without the actual battle, but that's what I'm thinking happened based on what I'm reading on their passive. If we look at Magic's passive, on turn, if an ally Phoenix has died and Dark Phoenix is not an ally, summon Dark Phoenix, this can trigger once per match. Unfortunately, it seems from reading their passives, it seemed like Phoenix died. Kestrel blocked that. Magic took her turn, tried to summon a new Dark Phoenix, and Phoenix blocked that as well. It only triggered once per match. It got blocked, which means it's done for the match. That's what I think happened. If you have a replay of that or something different, happen, let me know. But that's based on what I'm reading. That's what I think happened, brother. Valley, greetings from Ontario. A few questions. Do you think we will ever get more Eternals? There were rumors of other Eternals coming to the game. I think the plan was those Eternals were supposed to be for Grand Tournament, which they said is probably coming out in 6.0, or I'm assuming it's coming out in 6.0 because of the new number in the beginning of that patch. But they said that, or the rumor was that these Eternals were supposed to be for Grand Tournament. So maybe with Grand Tournament on the horizon, they should be coming soon. But the other thing, when we did talk to the devs, the Eternals got way stronger than they thought. In Arena, they were doing way more than they thought. So I think the plan initially was to release a 5-team of Eternals, have them go for Grand Tournament. Now that Cersei and Icarus are in the game, though, and they're two of the most strongest characters in the game, they may choose not to. So I'm not sure what eventually is going to happen, but I know at one point they had a 5-team of Eternals plan. They change stuff all the time, so they may have scrapped that. Is it possible Scopely would bring in non-Marvel characters in this game? There was a rumor that Soldier Zero would be added to the game, or they're trying to acquire the rights. Now, that's not a Marvel character, but that is a Stan Lee character, and from what I've been told by you guys in the Valley Club, that character Soldier Zero has appeared in Marvel projects in the past. So I guess outside of that, probably not, but I guess the Soldier Zero would be the most likely because that is a Stan Lee project. I've not heard any rumors outside of that, and I'm not sure if they would want to, because I think this is a promotional tool for some of the other Marvel projects, some of the Marvel Cinematic Universe projects, some of the Disney Plus projects, and then maybe even some comics as well. So I don't think they would not. I think there's too many Marvel characters to bring a non-Marvel character, but there was rumors of Soldier Zero, so who knows? How many characters teams do you want to see reworked per month? Reworks, I mean, I would like to see a lot, but all of that requires gear and resources. So maybe one team per patch is something off the top of my head. I don't know if that calculates out for the resources we would have, but one per patch I think seems like it would be good. Hey, Valley, for the young Avengers, if the devs would make Miss Marvel spawn with taunt on war defense, wouldn't that make them new Zemo X-Factor counter obsolete, since Zemo wouldn't be able to ability block Squirrel Girl? You think they would test things out before releasing the team? But Zemo clears all that stuff. If we go in game and take a look at Zemo's passive, I didn't have this pulled up, but Zemo's passive clears that when he spawns. So let's go take a look at Zemo in the game. Boom, and take a look at his passive. He should clear that taunt. So on spawn, gain charge, immunity for 1 turn, defense up. On turn, if charged, attack all non-minion enemies for 300% damage, all minion enemies for 400% damage, then clear 3 positive effects from all enemies, applying disrupted to all non-minions enemies, lose charge. So with Zemo, I still don't think it would work. I don't mind it, though. I don't mind that they're countered by a few different things. I don't... You know, I from that battle that I did in the tower mode, Young Avengers are strong. I think some of the practice mode battles that I've done and some of the other players have done may be a little misleading because, yeah, they're tough. They're tough. And I hear if they're built up enough, maybe they can't counter the Infinity Watch like we were sold, but they're very strong. They're very strong. All right. Hey, Valley, greetings from Singapore. Is it me, or I am no longer angry with the Festival of Fortune and Stark Armory stockpile event, despite how trash it is? I'm treating them like they're not there or similar to Scopely's ridiculous offers. I ignore them. Do you have the same feeling with the events too? The Stark Armory stockpile orbs is actually some really, really good rewards for 2,700 cores. The problem with that event is if you are an alliance, every single person, all 24 members in the alliance have to spend that, or at least spend the 450 per day for you to get those all those armory orbs. It's tough to do. So the thing is, the entire alliance needs to either be a all go or all no go for this event. So that's the problem when I have this. I'm kind of liking the Stark stockpile rewards, especially those ranking rewards. I'm actually thinking of, I don't think my alliance is going to want to do the spending for a day, but I'm actually thinking of buying one of those or 2 of those orbs from the store, because that'll get to the next milestone. So that's about 1,500 cores. Probably not worth it, but I'm very tempted. I'm very tempting. And the Festival of Fortune, those Jubilee orbs, they're fine, I guess. I'm still buying those 8 core offers because if it is going to help me get more rewards, so those ranking and those milestones, I'm doing it. But it's a trash event. I'm not too upset about it or happy about it. I'm kind of neutral towards this event. But yeah, it's a trashy event. It's not the best thing, but it's free gear. The Jubilee stuff is free stuff. The Stark Armory stockpile is a little trashy, though, that the entire Alliance has to spend. I would have no problem spending those cores, though, but having to have the entire Alliance do it is what is making the Alliance hesitate. All right, why can't Scopely get out of their own way? They start updating blog posts more frequently, and then they extend the Echo Blitz for 3 days, but not extend the milestones. I'm actually liking this one. I'm not sure if this was a response to those rewards being late, or if this is something that they had planned. It's hard to determine where the bugs are coming from with Scopely. Why would you extend a silly blitz imprints if you aren't going to allow players to complete the milestones? I think they didn't want players to complete the milestones, but they extended the blitz, the imprints, because maybe you had a weird number at the end so you could buy more stuff. Them extending the blitz imprints, I think, is a good thing, though. We could buy more shield gear or whatever gear you would need in a store. And you could grind if you want to do that. That's fine. Would you please bring this up in the Envoy chat? Oh, this has been brought up many times. And anytime there's a little bug, there's a lot of chatter in the Envoy chat. Every time they take a step forward, they take 3 steps back. I was legitimately considering buying some imprints because I was close to the 150 ability orb materials, but I'm glad I didn't. Why continue to reward a company that doesn't have respect for consumers? Anyway, appreciate everything you do as always. Keep smashing yourself, brother. There's that Hulk fist bump for you. Yeah, but I don't think I have as much of a problem with it that you do, brother, but different things. Scopely does need to get out of their own way. You're correct on that. I'm currently wondering, since I'm getting Omega Red, should I bring up the other Weapon X members past Gear 12? I will be taking Omega Red to 15, but since they are mainly a war team, if they are worth too much investment. All right, so I don't know about the rest of your characters, the rest of your Weapon X characters, but you definitely want to bring up Sabretooth. If you're building up Omega Red that much, you don't want Misty Knight to do the ability block on Omega Red, because then he can't do his ultimate on turn 2. You want him to block, you want her to block Sabretooth. So you want Sabretooth to be a little stronger than Omega Red. Outside of that, you don't need to build them. They are a war offense team. They may help you in other game modes. I know Lady Deathstrike has that tech tag, and there's not a lot of good tech options, so she could help in that. But outside of building up Sabretooth, Omega Red, and Lady Deathstrike, the other ones are optional. Silver Samurai, Wolverine, those are optional, mainly just for war defense. And that is it for the questions. That is it for the review of the weekend. A lot of stuff going on. Let me know what your favorite thing that happened over the weekend and what your least favorite thing was, Valley Club. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, share this with your friends, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you know as soon as a new video is uploaded. I don't think, if you don't have that notification bell checked, I don't even know if you'll get all the notifications. So make sure you check that bell, and I'll see you guys next time. We're gonna be back every single day this week with the Valley Club in the morning, so check us out on Twitch, and we'll be back with the weekly news update on Thursday, and we'll be live streaming on YouTube for the blog post review. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Hopefully you guys had enjoyed this video. Share this with your friends. Give me that Hulk fist bump, and I'll see you guys later. ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your day, Valley Club. Have a great rest of your day, Valley Club.